Well, hello, how you doing? How are you doing? This is the S. Anthony Says podcast. This is the S. Anthony Thomas, and this is episode number 294, aka 6 more episodes, and I will have completed 300 of these things. Now, granted, I've only started, they started to become 45 minutes or longer at episode 113. But I have completed by the end of the year, 300 podcast episodes. And another thing is, of course, as you probably already know, I am finally on Spotify. It was the only service that I wasn't on that I wanted to be on, but now I'm on it, and that's a good thing. And the funny thing is, I already knew I was on Spotify before they even told me I was on Spotify, because I actually use Spotify. So they send an email to me, you are now officially on Spotify. And in the back of my mind, I'm going, I've been on Spotify for about a week and a half now. You just didn't get around to telling me about it. So, or about a week or so, something like that. So if you're listening to me on Spotify, hello, Spotify bastards. Yeah, because I'm on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher Radio, iTunes, TuneIn Radio, blah, Yo Mama's Radio. I'm on all of that crap, and now finally Spotify. So thank you guys at Spotify. I appreciate it, and thank you for listening to me yet again, you weird bastards. Now, folks, yours truly, the host, me, S. Anthony Thomas. I got a letter for jury duty, and being a wonderful citizen that I am, I immediately filled out the forms and mailed it back in, all the while going, why are you people bothering me? I mean, just in case there's someone listening in this audience who's actually from the system, and I just want to let you know that I did not say that. I never said anything even close to that. I said, wow, you guys are the greatest. Anyway. But I do wonder why they bother certain people. I mean, you send it in and when you get in there, from what I understand, they give you the old, is there anybody here that just cannot do the service and it's just too much of a hardship for you? Let's say for the sake of argument, you're a traveling person, or, maybe you're living paycheck to paycheck and you can't take the hit, and you don't have a job where you're going to get paid anyway just for doing jury duty like you do if you work for the government or something like that. Or some kind of, or maybe you have a sick relative that you're taking care of, or something like that, and I'm sitting there going, can't you just weed those people out before dragging their butts down there and asking them that question? Because I had relatives go down there and they go, does anybody here have a reason they don't want to be here? And you put your hand up and like, all right, good, get out. And you're going, I could have done that over the phone. It's like, jury duty people? Yeah. I don't feel like doing it. Okay, no problem. Why'd you mail it to me? I don't know. We got to do something. Once again, if there's any jury duty people listening, I just want to say that I'm just kidding. I think you guys are incredible. But there was a section inside of there where you can if you actually do have a hardship, you can actually write it inside of the notes section why you can't do jury duty, or why you should be excused from jury duty, which is kind of cool when you really think about it. I had a friend of mine, and he's one of those linchpin people. Those people that if you take them out of the family, and I don't mean kill them or anything like that. I'm talking about if they have to, if they get sick, they get the runs or something, or if they go on vacation or something like that. Something just innocuous thing takes them out of the game. Everybody gets effed up. People can't get the hospital appointments. People, people that they would counsel don't get the counsel. Things of that nature. And so say you get out of doing jury duty. And I was wondering, if you have a real hardship, and I know somebody who has a real hardship, taking care of a bunch of people, and they have no backup and they can't do it. And they keep getting jury duty notices. Now I'm sitting there going, well, I have, all 4 of my grandparents are sick. I drive them. I do nothing. I haven't had sex since 1975. I just do nothing but drive them to their appointments and get their medicine. And there's no one else to help me because everyone else in the family fell off a building. It's just me and 4 old people. And, they need me to do it. And then he writes that into the section and sends it in. And they go, you're excused. And then like 8 months later, you've been randomly selected. And you're going, could you not put this guy in something to let you know, leave? Did they have a leave the bastard alone box that you could put something in there? Because I'm kind of getting weirded out by the jury system. Sometimes it reminds me of, boxing judges. You ever watch a boxing match and you see what's going on there and you're wondering if the people that are judging the boxing bout are watching the same fight you're watching. You want somebody to go behind them with a secret camera and find out whether or not they're watching bum fights on YouTube or something because they didn't judge the crap the way you judge the crap. And sometimes it's the same thing with a jury verdict. You get a jury, we find the defendant guilty. He died 3 days before the crime. We don't care. Dig his ass up and throw him in jail. Or the other way. We find the defendant not guilty. He did it on live television. Well, I wasn't watching that channel. What the hell is this? Jury of your peers. The hell out of here. We already know who's on the jam jury. It's people who couldn't come up with an excuse to not do that crap in the first place. And if you're not creative enough to figure out how to not do that crap, then you ain't creative enough to figure out what the evidence is. Yeah, I said it, you dumb bastards. I'm sorry. I'm just annoyed. Mainly because this bastard has to go on a jury. I'm a close enough friend where I gotta back his punk ass up. And I got news for you. I don't even want to wipe my own grandparents' asses. There's a good chance I might have to wipe his grandparents' asses. And I'm telling you right now, I love his grandparents. But I already been to Lowe's and I'm buying a high pressure hose. And if one of them craps on themselves, I'm telling you right now, excuse me, Mrs. Johnson. What's that over there? Huh? Look at the other direction, please. What? Did you just hit my ass with a hose? Yes, I hit your ass with a hose. I damn sure wasn't going to hit it with a baby wipe. It ain't like we're really relatives. I know I told you like my grandma, but you're really not my grandma, okay? I'm just doing this crap because your grandson, my friend, is too stupid to figure out how to get out of jury duty when he actually has a real excuse to get out of jury duty. I'm starting to think this dumb bastard wants to do jury duty because sitting there watching some dude try to convince people that he didn't kill a bunch of people when it's videotape from doing it is even more preferable, much more fun than wiping 4 old people's asses on a regular basis. Yeah, I said it. I'm starting to think maybe we kind of look alike, me and my friend. Maybe I should just take his ID and then go down before he gets to jury duty, run in there and pretend like I'm him so he has to still wipe the asses. And I don't. And I say this, I know people that work with the elderly and people that work with mentally challenged people and all that kind of stuff. Just like when they say teachers don't make enough money. If you think teachers don't make enough money, I got news for you. Teachers don't have to deal with the kind of stuff that the people that deal with the elderly and the mentally challenged have to deal with. I'm telling you that right now because I got a relative or two that has that particular situation, and I've seen the people that care for them, and those people are freaking saints. In fact, I actually saw a couple of saints walk in there and going, wait, we're actual saints. You're better than us, buddy. Here's our saint cards. You can take over for us because we ain't saints compared to you. We just did a couple of miracles 150,000 years ago. You're wiping asses and drool right now. You win, my friend. You win. Okay, this podcast is getting a little weird. All I'm saying is that jury duty kind of sucks. You know, every other section of the system, there's some person up there who's a judge, who was a lawyer for 25 years, knows the law backward and forward, loves the law, loves it. You got a bunch of lawyers who've been practicing law for 15 years. Maybe they'll become a judge. Maybe they won't. Maybe they just like being a lawyer and they love the law, love it. They love it. You know, and they got a bunch of cops in there who are protecting and serving and all of that crap. And then 12 people who forgot that they had a good excuse for not being there, and they're going, oh crap, I don't want to be here in the first place. You get any 12 people together and try to get them to convince them of anything. You get 12 people together and you can't, I'm watching football right now. You get 12 people together and they can't even tell you who's going to win between the team that are on the screen right now are the Redskins and the Saints. You can't even get 12 people to decide who's going to win this game, and it's 17-13 right now in the third quarter. You can't get 12 people to convince, to agree on that. You get 12 glasses of water and have everybody drink it. They're not even going to agree whether it was good or not. You can't get 12 people to agree on crap, but all of a sudden you're going to get 12 random people who don't want to be there in the first place. They're going to decide whether or not you're going to be in jail with 6 dudes holding you down, treating your ass like a piñata. I'm sorry. Now, I know we're supposed to have a jury of our peers. I get it. And in the abstract, it makes sense. You want someone that can empathize with you, someone that understands you. You know, you want someone who someone from the community. But let's be honest, when you look around the community, how many people do you look at when you see them walking down the streets, when you walk out to get the newspaper? How many of them do you look at and go, I'm confident in that person right there who doesn't realize his balls are hanging out of his robe and his ass, the robe is up into the crack of his ass. I want that guy to be the one that decides whether or not I'm in jail getting sold for cigarettes. No, you don't. Well, imagine if you have to pick 12 of those and then you realize that douchebag with his balls out is the smartest of the 12. Oh, sweet God, no. I know there's a lot of things that work well in theory. There really are. But I'm telling you right now, my friends, I want there to be I don't want a jury of my peers. I don't want anybody to have a jury of their peers, right? Because if they're really my peers, I got news for you. They ain't gonna find you guilty if they're really your peers in the first place. My peers love me. My peers would jump in front of a bullet for me. If I did something right in front of them and you said, S. Anthony whooped that person's ass, you know what my peers would say? I didn't see it. I don't think S would do something like that. We have videotape of S doing it. I'm looking at the video. That don't look like him. Roll the video. Hey, how you doing, man? This is S. Anthony. I'm about to whoop that dude's ass. I'm S. Anthony Thomas, the comedian and podcaster, who has a podcast called S. Anthony Says. I'm 49 years old. I'm 5'8". I was born in Philadelphia. And here's my ID. Can you see it on the video right there? Okay, I just wanted you to see this is my actual driver's license. See that right there? Okay. I'm now, keep the camera on because I want it to be one shot so people can't say it was edited. I'm now going to walk over and beat that person's ass. And I'll be right back. I'm good. Do you still say that that's not S. Anthony whipping a person's ass? S. Anthony's getting kind of popular. That might be someone who's doing, you remember that group Beatlemania that, was kind of like, they looked like the Beatles and they sounded like the Beatles and they were very popular in the 80s where they, they went around singing all the Beatles songs and people say, oh, you guys are just like the Beatles. And we couldn't even tell the difference between you and the Beatles. Well, maybe that's S. Anthony mania. Maybe that's some dude who's just a really big fan of S. Anthony, looks just like S. Anthony, which is really good for him because S. Anthony's the delicious man. And he just decided to whoop somebody's ass. And because of S. Anthony's incredible popularity and shocking good looks, he decided to cover up his crime by framing wonderful, incredible S. Anthony Thomas. Did you ever think of that? No, that's really kind of stupid. Are you just trying to make excuses for your friend? Oh, yeah, pretty much. We're his peers. We're not gonna say that he's guilty. That's what I'm trying to say, you bastards. Look, I don't want to trash jury duty. I really don't. I know it's an important thing. And I know for the most part, most people do a good job. I know most people take it seriously. And it was really weird. There were people that I know that are complete douchebags who actually did jury duty. And while they're on jury duty, you would see them come home with a little jury sticker on their shirt. And they were taking that crap seriously. I saw a guy take jury duty seriously, more seriously than he took his marriage. And more seriously than he did raising his family, which is probably why his wife was banging someone else and the kid won't talk to him. But when he was in jury duty, his punk ass took it very, very seriously. That's all I'm saying. So I know that for the most part, most juries probably do a good job. I would say they do a great job on the most part. I really would. But aren't there enough people out there that really actually want to do that crap in the first place? I know people that really want, and nobody ever asked me to do jury duty. I want to do jury duty. How come I can't do jury duty? I would like to do jury duty. And then there's people like me going, what? Will you people leave me the hell alone? I'm never in the same city for more than 3 seconds. Come on now. Don't you have a bunch of other people that you can bother with that crap, you bastards? I mean, I personally don't say that because if there's anyone here who works in the jury duty system, I just want to let you know that I think everything you do is perfect, as long as, especially if you're the kind of person that's, has anger issues and would like to, F me over by messing up some stuff and getting me in trouble. So I just want to say that none of this applies to you, nor do I feel that way. But I really often wonder, what would it take to just collect all the people who always said, I always wanted to do jury duty, I want to do jury duty, and just send that crap to those bastards and leave the rest of us bastards alone, because we bastards don't want to do that crap and sit in the room with 11 other bastards who are the kind of bastards that want to do this crap in the first place, and we don't want to do that crap in the first place, and we want those bastards to leave us alone because we're not the kind of bastards that want to be around those bastards. I'm just saying. Often, I wonder, when a jury F's up really badly, I made the comparison between juries and boxing judges, when sometimes the boxing judges are idiots. Let's just draw the sports comparison out a little more, okay? Let's draw it out a little more. And let's go from boxing to football. Let's go from boxing to football. I want them to bring out some people who aren't idiots, who really understand the system, who take it seriously, real people like that, and I would like them to do this. Have an instant replay for the jury. I want them to secretly record the jury. I want the jury completely hooked up to lie detectors, all of that crap, so we can find out whether there's somebody there going not guilty or guilty just because they want to get home in time to watch the football game. That's happening. All I'm saying is, damn it, we need to make it better. And one of the ways to make it better is to stop bothering me about it. But other than that, let's just overhaul the whole thing. I know that sounds weird. I know you think I'm a little bit crazy for thinking the way I'm thinking, but I'm telling you right now, god daggone it, jury duty sucks. You know what I was just thinking? Maybe I shouldn't even be saying that jury duty sucks and being mad at the jury duty system, because we wouldn't need a jury duty system if there weren't so many damn people doing crap that they get arrested for. You know what? Maybe, what I'm going to do? I think I just changed my mind. Maybe I want to be on the jury, right? And I can sit there and stare down people. I'm going, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have this system in the first place. And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be making $12 for the day instead of what I really would have been making for the day. And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be eating these stupid stale donuts when I could be outside right now buying a real donut, even though I can't eat donuts right now because I'm on the diet. But you get the point, bastards. So I'm not even, jury duty people, I take it all back. I'm not even mad at you. Criminals, I'm mad at you with your punk ass. I just thought about that, you bastards. You're the reason that there's a problem with the jury duty system. Because of you, you got us locked in a room with 11 idiots. You bastards. Sorry, jury duty people. I take everything back I just said that's bad about you and just take all of that and put it towards the damn criminals. You the one that is messing it up for everybody. You bastards. Got locks on my doors because of you. I gotta walk down the street looking tougher than I actually am because of you. You bastards. But then again, I have to think in terms of people that were criminals at one point and then rehabilitated themselves. I have respect for them. I realize something now. I don't really gather my thoughts much. I just kind of let them come out like vomit. But in all seriousness, folks, I know the jury duty system is an important thing. It's an important thing and it must be done. I understand the way it's designed the way it is and why it works the way it does. And I think it's probably the best system in the world. But just because you're the best in the world doesn't mean you still don't suck. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Rambling segments over. All right, folks, I want to talk to you guys about trust, my friends. Trust, and how often we have to trust people we don't know with stuff and how weird it is, right? how weird it is. And I'm telling you right now, the reason I say this is because my car very rarely is out of my sight. You know, I drive a lot, and usually the car, only time the car is out of my sight is when it's in front of where I'm living or sleeping at the time, or whatever, hotel or whatever. And I can look out the window and see it. So it's like having your kid in another room. You can't look at them right now, but you can look at them whenever you want to when you know they're there, right? You're not staring at your 5-year-old, but you can hear him or her in the other room bouncing on the couch. You know what I'm talking about. It's kind of like that. Right? So even in all of my previous inspections with this car, I just kind of sat in the room, and I could literally look, the way the place was situated was you could sit down and, you maybe get some coffee or whatever, and you can look through the glass and you can see them inspecting the car. So the car's never really out of your sight. Or in this case, obviously the mighty Toyota Camry was never out of my sight. But this is the first time I went to an inspection after a bunch of inspections that I went through with flying colors where it was no big deal. You just sat there, you check this, check that, check this, check that. Everything's great, Mr. Thomas. It costs this, here, pay this, blah, 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 blah. But this is the first time I go there to get the car inspected. And they said to Mr. Thomas, you're going to have to come back later today to get your car. And I said, what? I have to come back? Why? Are there a bunch of cars in front of me? It's going to take that long? Because if it's going to take, an hour or two, I have no problem. I'll just sit right here. No, Mr. Thomas, you're going to have to leave because I don't think you want to be here that long. I said, and what do you mean by that long? It might take 5-6 hours. Wait a second. What? 5 or 6 hours for something that should take 30 to 45 minutes? Why is that? Well, we went through the car and there's a problem, sir. Really? There's a problem? Then what is the problem? Well, we have to deal with the engine light. The engine light went on and we need to check a couple of things. Wait a second. And I had to leave my car there. I looked at my car, looked at the mighty Toyota Camry. And I gave the guy my key, my registration and my insurance papers. Right? I mean, those are the kind of things that say that you have the car. If you have the insurance papers and the registration, you could just do whatever you want with the car. You could just drive around us. It's like having a permission slip to take your kid on a trip, right? You give somebody a permission papers and give them your kid, they can do whatever they want. They could drive to another state with your kid. You gave them paperwork that said that they could. And now I just gave this person who's fixing my car, who now needs to keep my car when I can't keep my eye on my car. I can't see my sweet, mighty Toyota Camry. All of a sudden, I got to leave my car and my keys and my paperwork with this bastard. And all of a sudden, there's a problem with my car when I didn't think there was a problem with my car. And I want to know what the hell is going on. Damn it, I want to know what the hell's going on. But I had no choice. I had to leave. I had to leave my car there with these bastards. And I didn't realize I had to leave the car with those bastards. And I was going to walk and catch the bus to get to another bus to get home. But I decided I wanted to make the nice long walk because it was within walking distance. Long walking distance, but walking distance. And I wanted to walk and reflect upon my car's health. It wasn't anything life-threatening to the car, but just an annoyance, kind of like if you had a sprained ankle or a bruised rib, something like that. Nothing that was life-threatening, just something that needed to be treated because it was important to be treated, and I had to have it treated, and I was walking home thinking about my car. I was wondering if the mighty Toyota was wondering, why is my human leaving? He's never left me before. He's left me outside, but he's never just left. And why is my human allowing these people that I don't know to open my hood and play with my stuff? I don't like it. It's like, what's going on here? Why is this other person backing me onto this? Well, I'm being lifted into the air. What the hell is this? I've never been this high in the air before. What is going on? Where's my human? I wish I could pick up the phone and call the car and say, it's okay, car. It's okay. You're at the mechanic's office. You're at the mechanic's shop right now. This is a good person. This is a person that's been recommended to me by my friends and family, and he's a trustworthy group of people. You're going to be okay. You're in good hands, car. But I couldn't do that. I could not do that. The car was sitting there without me wondering what the hell was going on. So I walk home, and I'm sitting. It took me about 40 minutes to get home because I stopped to get coffee. I mean, not that I wasn't worried, but I like coffee, F y'all. And I looked at the phone and I wanted to pick up the phone and call and say, how's the mighty Toyota Camry doing? But I knew it was too early to call because they said 5 or 6 hours, but I don't care. It's my car, damn it. I'll call if I want to. I picked up the phone and called them, and nobody answered. Why is that? Why is no one answering the phone when you've got my car? I'm going to call and check in on my car, and you're not going to pick up the phone. Damn it. I don't want to know why you won't pick up the phone. I picked up the phone and called their punk asses again, and they picked up the phone. I said, hi, this is Mr. Thomas. Yes. I said, I'm the one that had the mighty Toyota Camry. Which one? There's only one mighty Toyota Camry. You may have other Toyota Camrys in that place, but damn it, there's only one mighty Toyota Camry. Gosh dang it. But then I gave him the license plate and he goes, oh, that one. No, we haven't gotten to that one yet. You haven't gotten to it yet? We'll call you. Oh, I'll bet you will. We'll call you at a certain time. They give me a certain time. I look at that time and the time comes and they did not call me. They didn't call me. They said they were going to call me, but they didn't call me. What is it like when someone says they're going to call you when they don't call you? Does it make you trust that bastard, or does it make you go, you don't care about my mighty Toyota Camry? You just wanted to have my mighty Toyota Camry there so you can make some money, you bastard. So I call back and they go, you're going to have to leave your mighty Toyota Camry here overnight. I said, it's bad enough you had my mighty Toyota Camry all day. You think I'm going to leave my mighty Toyota Camry all over there overnight, and you're closed tomorrow, and you're closed Saturday, and you're closed. Oh, no, I'm not going to go the whole weekend without my mighty Toyota Camry. You got to give me my mighty Toyota Camry back because I got some stuff to do. I know that it doesn't pass inspection, but I brought it in early just to be sure, and I'm glad I did, because if I had brought it in at the last minute, I would have no choice but to leave my mighty Toyota Camry with your punk asses, because it would have been not street legal, because the thing would have expired and I would have been at your punk ass mercy. But no, I'm coming back for the mighty Toyota Camry, and then I'll bring it back on Monday when I'm ready to bring it back. Yeah, that's right. So they put the mighty Toyota Camry back together. They put it back together. I went to pick up the mighty Toyota Camry. I took the mighty Toyota Camry out and we drove around and we had a great time. I turned on the radio and we just listened and had a great time. And the mighty Toyota Camry asked me, do I have to go back to that place? And I said, yes, mighty Toyota Camry, you have to go back one more time. There's a part that you need. What part? I feel fine. I know you feel fine. You drive fine. Everything's great. But sometimes even when we feel good, there's a problem going on. You can feel like everything's great, but not realize that a tendon in your leg, well, you don't have legs, you have wheels. But like I've been before, everything felt fine. But as it turns out, at the time, I had high blood pressure and it could have been a problem. I didn't realize that at the time, but at the time it was a problem. And I felt great, but it could have been a problem. And now the problem is not a problem. And I want to put you in a position where your problem is no longer a problem. Is that okay, Toyota Camry? Oh, so I'm not mighty anymore? I meant to say mighty Toyota Camry. I'm just trying to comfort you. Sorry, car. Sorry, car. You are the mighty Toyota Camry. That was a slip of the tongue. Not an indictment, my friend. And the mighty Toyota Camry goes, okay, I'll go back Monday. But if I have to go back again, I'm telling you, I'm going to strand you someplace. And I said, really? You're going to go all the way to stranding me someplace after all I've been done for you? Yeah, but you're the one that left me alone with those weirdos. I said, okay, car, calm down. You know, because I'm already looking at RAV4, so you don't want to push me. And I said, oh, you're looking at RAV4s, huh? So you're going to trade me in for someone from my own Toyota family? I'm just trying to keep it in the family. The mighty Toyota Camry didn't find that funny. I know it didn't find that funny because it shut off. And then when I got out to lift up the hood, it drove over my foot. But it was smart. It drove over the non-driving foot. It's not a dumb car. It's a smart car. And I limped back into the car and I said, really, was that necessary? And the car goes, next time, keep your mouth shut, punk. And I said, sorry, car. But I often wonder sometimes when you take your car places and you have to leave your stuff places, do you ever get weird when you have to leave your electronics or anything important and allow other people to be around them? You ever have somebody house at your house and you're wondering what the hell they're doing in there? Because you know, if it's your house, just like somebody who gets followed around by cameras on a reality program, you kind of forget and you just kind of get a little lax with hiding stuff. You're not going to hide anything in your house. All the weird crap that you like to do, you're not going to hide that crap in your own house, right? Why? Who cares? It's your house. Nobody cares. But now all of a sudden you're going to be gone for a little while. You're on the road doing a gig. I mean, not doing a gig. I mean, 'cause that would imply it. I'm talking about myself. I'm talking about other people. F y'all. say you're a traveling salesperson, definitely not me going to other cities to tell jokes and then having people be at my house to make sure the house is cool and finding weird crap. Not that there's any weird crap in my house. Moving on. But what about they find weird crap? Aren't you afraid they're going to find weird crap in your house? Maybe they'll go through your medicine cabinet, right? And find some weird crap there, right? Maybe they're going to go, since I'm already here, I don't want to go all the way back home to eat, and I got this hoagie with me. I'll just eat it at this dining room table. Let me turn on the television, and then you just find out what kind of channels you're watching, right? You send your computer into one of them, the Geek Squad or whatever that is, and they got to go through your system to fix your computer. And you're so used to looking at stuff on your computer, you don't even think about it. And your computer goes down and you just want to get your computer fixed. And you realize that the Geek Squad has to go through your computer file by file, which will include your search history, which will include downloaded programs, which will include them realizing that you're really, really a sick bastard. Right? What you need to do when you send your computer into the Geek Squad to get it fixed, look at the person's face when they give you your computer back, right? If you get your computer back, hey, no problem, sir. It was great to do this thing here and whatever, this, that, and the other, and it cost this, that, and the other. It's just a great thing. Then you're fine. But when they give you the computer back and they all of a sudden they're wearing rubber gloves, right? And you say, is that my computer? And they go, yeah. And then they push it to you with their foot. And then they take their shoe off and burn it in front of you. You kind of get the feeling they saw what you were searching and saw what you were watching. You sick bastard. Not that that's ever happened to me. Is there really a thing about getting banned by the Geek Squad for being a sick bastard? I'm just wondering. I want to know whether or not the guy that said that to me was just kidding or not. I mean, not that it was said to me. I heard that's a thing that could be said to other people. It's a very rare thing that's happened to someone else that's not me, but because there's no way that, that would happen to me, because there's nothing on my computer that would be something that I would be ashamed of, because, there's a couple of times I was on the computer doing some research on string theory, and, I typed in string theory and it accidentally went to, blackwomenwithhugeasses.com, because they're spelled similarly, So like I was saying, it's kind of weird when you send your stuff to other people and they're alone, like in your house or with they got your car and you're not around your car, or they have your computer and stuff. I mean, it's kind of weird, but I'm just starting to think that maybe, computers aren't as expensive as they used to be, I think that maybe, cause I have a computer that I got to get fixed at some point. And I'm starting to think that maybe that, I should just, do everything on my phone for a while. And then, instead of paying the squads to go through the computer and, fix the computer, I think maybe it might be better to just buy another computer and just take the computer that exists right now and, shred the hard drive and then burn it. And then put it in acid, and then whatever's left of that, burn that, and then put it in acid again, and then break it into 700 different, pieces and, drive around the country dropping little bits and pieces of the hard drive into different, locations, so they can making it a point to not touch any of the envelopes with my hand or to leave any forensic evidence on there, because I don't want anybody, I'm not saying that there's an ungodly amount of porno on there, because, I don't really watch, porno movies that much. I'm just, it's just, I don't want, cause people might get the wrong impression that I'm, obsessed with attractive black women with huge butts and fat asses. And, and that's really not the case. And it definitely would not be, 900 gigabytes of porno films of black women with big asses and big boobs, also little asses and little boobs, and basically just lots of black women are getting it on. But I don't have that on. I mean, I know it's not illegal, but just because something isn't illegal doesn't mean it's not embarrassing. But not that I have any of that stuff. Because I don't. My computer's usually is full of jokes and podcast episodes and stuff like that. But definitely not a terabyte of beautiful black women banging. Realistically, who has 2 terabytes of black women banging on porno? You know what I mean? Nobody has that. I mean, that's just really weird. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can't even imagine someone would have 4 terabytes of beautiful black women when in porno banging, because that's no one has 5 terabytes of that. So so what I'm saying is that I'm sometimes a little uncomfortable leaving letting people in my house when I'm not there, even though I need that to happen sometimes, and I don't like leaving my car overnight places, and definitely not. I definitely don't want anybody, going through the 10 terabytes of beautiful black women with big asses and big tits, banging on the porno banging because to have 20 terabytes of that is ridiculous. So, like I said, it's good to not have people, going through your stuff, because, segment over. Oh, my friends, I'm going to have to admit some crap to you. And granted, I've been doing this for 4 years, and a lot of you have been listening to me for 4 years, and I know what you're thinking. It's like, you've already said more embarrassing crap than you're about to say right now, so really it's not that big of a deal. I get it. But I'm going to put a goal out there for myself, and I'm going to do this because I want to put some more pressure on myself, and, as kind of a little extra motivation. I got a doctor's appointment in the middle of February, and between now and that doctor's appointment, I want to lose about 25 pounds. Somewhere in that neighborhood, okay? Let's say 25 pounds, okay? And it's doable. It'll be tough, but it's doable. And I wanted to make it difficult. I wanted to make it a number that's on the outside of what's possible, because I want to put some pressure on myself. And I'm telling you bastards, and I want to do it. And one of the reasons I want to do it is because I want to do it because when you lose weight, you feel healthier, and I wanted to be take a nice big chunk out of everything. And also, I just remember the last time I went to the doctor. See, when you go to the doctor's office on a regular basis, and of course you do, and you lose weight, even if it's not as much weight as you should lose, but it's a loss, your doctor kind of gives you that look, that facial thumbs up. You can see a little bit of a smile in their eyes, like, my patient's doing good. My patient's doing better. My patient's listening to my information. This person is not dropping weight like some kind of, like they're, have Jillian Barbary follow them around or anything like that, like they're on The Biggest Loser or anything like that, but they're losing weight. And as long as they're losing weight, as long as it's nice and steady, eventually they'll lose all the weight, and it'll be great. And I'll have these great blood tests and triple tests and quadruple tests and all of that crap, and it's going to be great. And I can point to that person and go, you see that person? That person was a fat bastard, but now it's a healthy bastard because, it's because of the fact that I'm the greatest doctor in the history of the world, and look how healthy they are because of me, damn it. And the last time I went to the time before last I went to the doctor, I lost some weight, and it was a nice little bit of weight, but it was not as much as I would want it to be, but it was enough where the doctor goes, good job, Mr. Thomas, good job. And she looks at me, and she has that little smile on her face, and everything's great. But then, dun, 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 the last time I went to the doctor, wah, 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 I stood on the scale. And the nurse who was doing it was having a pleasant conversation with me, and she was looking at my paperwork, and she saw all that lose, loss. You're doing really good, mister. Just keep up the good work. And then I stepped on the scale. I had gained 3 pounds. Now, granted, it was over the course of like 5.5 months, but it wasn't a loss. It was a gain of 3. And the nurse had a look on her face like, you make me sick. Right? She tried to hide it, but I could tell what she was thinking. She tried to hide it, but I could tell what she was thinking. She looked at me and all of a sudden the pleasant little conversation that we had before, all of a sudden it became all clinical and crap. I wasn't the patient she was having fun talking to. I was the next person. I was patient number 7 for the day all of a sudden. She didn't even call me Mr. Thomas anymore. She was always like, hey buddy, or the kind of thing a woman calls you. Sometimes you're hanging out with a lady and you think she thinks you're cute, and all of a sudden she finds out something about you, and all of a sudden you ain't cute anymore. That kind of thing. Hey cutie, hey cutie, hey cutie. I have my 2 daughters. Okay, sir. That kind of thing. That kind of crap right there. That crap right there. Damn it. That bull crap. All of a sudden I'm not even Mr. Thomas anymore. I'm not honey anymore. Not a flirty honey, but like the generic honey. I don't even get that crap. Damn it. And she takes my blood pressure. She goes, you have good blood pressure. And then under her breath, I could hear, I don't know how, you fat piece of shit. And I went, what did you just say? She goes, no, I said nothing. I definitely didn't call you a fat bastard. Yeah, damn it. And then she tells me to go back out into the room and that the doctor was going to call me in a minute. Actually, she didn't say the doctor was going to call me in a minute. She grabbed me by my belt buckle, grabbed me by the back of my shirt and pushed me out the window and said, shut up, bastard. And then she kicked me in the ass and I fell to the floor, and everybody in the waiting room was like, you must have gained 3 pounds in the past 6 months. And I said, how did you know that? She goes, yeah, usually when people gain at least 2.9 pounds or more in the past few months, the nurse usually roughs them up and then kicks them in the ass and shoves them back into the damn waiting room. And I said, oh, and I sat there. And I sat there with the rest of the people in the waiting room. We're trying to have a conversation. And then when the security guard comes up to me and goes, U.S. Anthony Thomas, and I go, yeah. And, and then he goes, you gained 3 pounds, didn't you? I said, why is that? Because I have a little alert here on my phone that says move the fat 3-pound plus bastard into another section. And they made me sit into a section labeled fat bastards, and I was the only one there. And being the kind of person that I am, I didn't say anything about the other fat bastards. And I looked at one dude and he goes, I know you're looking at me because I'm fat, but guess what? I lost 5 pounds, tub of shit. And I said, that language is not necessary. I sat there the whole time, and everybody that walked past me spit on me. I couldn't believe it. They go, hey, are you U.S. Anthony? Yeah. You gained 3 pounds, didn't you? Yeah. I said, that's not right to spit on people. And they said, shut up, fatty. And they left. And a couple of people from the street who didn't even have to go to the doctor's office, they said, we got a text that there was a fat piece of shit in there named S. Anthony. They walked in and they spit on me. Okay, nobody spit on me. They spit at me. They were not rude enough to spit on me, mainly because I'd probably kick their ass if they did that, but they did spit in my vicinity. That's all I gotta say. And the doctor calls. Mr. Thomas. I say, hey, doc. She goes, hey, wait a second. You look 3 pounds fatter, damn it. I said, no, I don't. It's all shoes. Sure it was. We always make you take your shoes off before we weigh you, fat boy. And then I was walking back, then she grabbed me by the front of my shirt and said, get your fat ass in there, and pushed me through the door. And I said, dag, doc, that's the first time in a while you gain weight, you fat bastard. I said, come on, doc, you're supposed to be encouraging me. She said, I did encourage you, but apparently this time you didn't listen, fatto. I didn't appreciate that crap at all. Not at all I didn't appreciate that crap. Damn it. I tried to sit down in the chair, and she said, you don't get a chair. This is like the Steve Wilkos show. This is like the Steve Wilkos show. Stand up. And then she took the chair and threw it out of the room. I didn't appreciate that crap at all. Damn it. Make me sick. And she weighed me. She said, I knew it. 3.01 pounds. And she had a look on her face. You know that look your parents give you when you know they love you? They love you, but they're disappointed in you, but they still love you, but they're disappointed in you, but they still love you, but they're disappointed in you. She gave me that look, and I didn't appreciate that crap. What's wrong with you, you tubby shit? And I said, Had a lot of stress, Doc. What is that, a new candy? I said, oh, it would be very funny. You think I said I had a lot of stress, and then you said, is stress a new candy? That's very funny, doctor. That's very funny. No, I had a lot of problems. You know, I had a lot of bad things happen to me, and they were really, really tough. You know, I just want to say right now that, you know, I promise you, Doc, that I'm going to take care of business, Doc, and I'm going to make sure that I take care of business, and that I'm going to go back to losing weight. In fact, Doc, I'm going to lose some good weight before I come back. And damn it, I'm going to lose good weight before I come back. You know what I'm thinking right now? Damn it. I'm thinking that what I want to do, I want to lose 25 pounds now, between now and when I see the doctor again. I don't want to see that look on her face or that nurse's face again. I want to walk into that office with 25 pounds less on my ass. And I want to walk in there, and I want to see that security guard. I want that security guard to go, he's going to go and he's going to reach to his belt to pull out his nightstick so he can swing it at me again. He's going to go, wait a second. I was going to viciously beat you, but I can see now you lost quite a bit of weight, probably with 25 pounds. And I'll say, yes, Nick, you know what? Good. And then I'm going to walk towards the doctor's office. And as I'm walking he's going to go, he doesn't need to take a number like the rest of these losers. He's one of the people that actually lost some real weight. You were supposedly be number 10, but because these losers actually gained weight or didn't lose enough weight, you get to see the doctor first. And then other people are going to object. Oh, wait a minute, that's not fair. And then he's going to club him in the head and say, shut up, asswipes. He lost weight, you didn't. Yeah. And the doctor is going to come out and go, yes, Anthony, you are such an incredible man. You lost 25 pounds. It's incredible. You know what? Your next 6 doctor visits are on me. And I'm going to go, thank you very much, doc. Well, what if I lose the rest of the weight and then come back and I don't have to lose any more weight after that? And she goes, if you do that, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start just giving you chunks of my salary because of your incredibleness. That'll be great. Okay, that was a little bit of a flight of fancy. But what I'm saying is I do want to lose 25 pounds between now and when I see the doctor again. Did I embellish what it felt like? Yes. But I'll be honest with you, I was a little bit embarrassed, man. Because I got a little nonchalant about it. I got a little lazy. Well, I shouldn't say lazy. I still work. But I got a little bit sloppy with everything. Because quite frankly, I was doing kind of the same stuff I wasn't in. But what happened was I was taking a couple of days when I should have been working. I was like, I don't feel like it. I'm going to do this. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll do that. And that added to me not only not losing some weight, it added me actually gaining 3 pounds. So I know now not to do what I was doing on those particular occasions. So what I'm saying is I want to walk in there. And the doctor really did make me feel weird. Because the doctor, like I said, the doctor did have that look in the face like, like I said, I embellished because I did. That's what I do in the podcast. But the nurse did look at the scale and went, I heard her. She tried to cover it up, but I heard her. And then my doctor looked at, my doctor opened up the thing and said, okay, blood pressure's good and this is great and the blood work is good and this you get. Looks like you gained a couple pounds, 3 pounds, but, normally you do good. So I know you're good. So just, keep up the good work. Just go back to what you were doing before. It's like defending your wife against someone that it looks like you can beat them up. And then the person looks at you and standing in front of the person that even though it looks like you could physically beat this person up, this person is a freaking psycho and you better just back off. Right? And you kind of back down from the fist fight like, a couple seconds ago, I was pretty sure I could whoop this person's ass, but there's something inside this guy's eyes that make me think that not only, even if I beat his ass, for the next 6 months, he's going to be plotting to come to my house and eat me. So I'm just going to kind of back up off this dude. And your wife's looking at the person and looking at you going, my husband could easily whoop this person's ass. Maybe you should slap him around a little bit. And then she sees you back down and she looks at you like, I still love you, but it was kind of like that look I got. Kind of like that. And I don't want that look again, damn it. I don't want it. No. I want the doctor to look at the scale and go, good job, Mr. Thomas. Good job. And I want to look at the scale at myself and go, good job, S. Anthony. Good job. I want that crap and I'm going to have that crap. So I'm telling you right now, that's the goal. And I'm going for it, damn it. Now, if I, of course, fall short, I don't want to hear any shit from you losers. But I am going to go for it. So if any of you out there are fat bastards or semi-fat bastards or slightly fat bastards like me, take the challenge with me, my friends. Whatever you got to lose, pick a number and go for it, you bastards. Because that's what I'm going to do. You dig? Let's lose that ass. Segment over. Well, folks, this has been episode number 294 of the Yes Anthony Says podcast. I want to thank you guys very, very much for sticking with me. Thank you for the retweets, the reblogs, the shares on Facebook, and all the other social media stuff. Thank you for recommending me to your friends. Much love to everybody. I appreciate all that you do. Much love to you. And thanks for the kind email too. I really, really appreciate that, you bastards. I would normally list all the places where I am as a podcaster. But, I've been on this podcast grind for a long time now. It's been 4 years. I'm pretty much every damn where at this point. iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher Radio, Spotify. I'm everywhere, my friends. Just Google my name, S. Anthony Thomas, or just Google the podcast S. Anthony Says, and dag nabbit, you'll find me. And a lot of you have found me that way, and a lot of you found me through your friends as well. So I want to thank you guys. Much love to every last one of you bastards. I really, really appreciate it. For those of you that don't know what the email is, please feel free to send an email to yours truly at talk2santhony@gmail.com. talk2santhony@gmail.com. TALKTO, then of course my name, santhony@gmail.com. And I look forward to talking to you and hearing what you think about the show this week, and all the other kind of other kind of ways we interact with each other, because I really do enjoy our interactions with each other, because you guys are cool, and I really appreciate you. Folks, I'm going to say goodbye the way I always say goodbye, and I want you to say it with me, because I know you say it with me the way I say it. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm going to do it on the count of 3. Please say it with me. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. S. Anthony out.